What would be your message for the young generation out there on their phone all day to get them out of their shells?
There's a real need for people to get high quality introductions.
It's only fair to compensate the introducer.
While I do love connecting people, I also really do believe in the value of making something fair.
Hey, this is Mike from Introstars, and today I'm very excited to bring you a brand new episode of the Super Connectors podcast in New York City with a very special VIP guest, Lauren, who's a proper super connector, but she used to be literally the ultimate master connector. So tell us more about that, Lauren. So good to have you on the show.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm really excited to be here. I've been a connector my whole life. This is just how I operate. And I was on a business trip in 2018 with my VP at the time. And he and I realized we were the best at connecting with people. So on the red eye back from the West Coast, I bought domains for suitedconnectors.com, which I'm not
Just
using.
connector.
Yeah,
Suitedconnector.com.
Suitedconnectors.com, which I'm not using right now, but
Yeah.
it's a poker term that connects cards like a 5-6 suited, like a jack or a heart, to make a stronger hand. So that's what I think about with humans. Is when I meet people and I go really deep with them quickly, I'm able to then identify with whom I could connect them with in my network.
Every time you meet someone, you think, who could I connect with them? It's kind of a natural talent.
Yeah, it's just what happens. Like I walked into a store yesterday. I was called into the store and this woman told me that she was closing her store and she had no plan. She was going to surrender to the universe. And I was like, I've been doing the same thing. And as it turns out, I could connect her with this woman that I know that can help her get on this cycle of events that could then help her. She doesn't need to have overhead anymore. She could just sell her stuff in person. It was something that before she met me earlier in the day, she had no idea how to get into that network of people.
That's amazing. Just help someone. That's so cool.
Yeah.
So tell me, in your day-to-day life, like what kind of introductions do you make? What are the typical people you introduce? What does your typical day look like?
Oh gosh, my typical day doesn't have a typical day. I have no typical anything. I'm not typical. I've been trying to figure out how to operationalize my suited connector lifestyle for a very long time in a way that can help people, but also do it in a way that isn't going to be draining me from like a nervous system standpoint. So I'm not always the one taking on all of this burden because it just happens. So as I've been going to market with my the Why Go project, which is maybe someday another human will fly alone. It's connecting humans together. I'm building out a global healing ecosystem that doesn't exist with all different ways to help humans get through difficult times. So when you think about connecting people, it's not just for business. It's not just for mental health help. It's not just for any type of holistic view, but it's everything. So I could connect a family with a resource to help their child, or I could connect their child to a nonprofit, or I could connect them with a resource to help them, or I could connect them with someone to help them professionally. So it's really a holistic view. Like I'm getting chills as I think about it, because this is why I was born, was to connect people. And I'm building this out in a way that it has never existed before.
There's a lot about helping people with wellness or well-being, or taking them out of a difficult situation and bringing the right people in their life to improve them and get in a better state, right? Is that
Exactly. Yeah. And with the idea of educating of like what the idea of what trauma looks like,
Yeah.
because looking at things from a holistic view, whether you're doing it in advertising and technology or you're doing it in the human body, all requires connection, whether to yourself, to others, and to a higher power. So connection changes everything, as I always say. And when you're able to connect people with those resources and they could find that level of support, then that just changes everything for them. And to me, it's a really beautiful thing.
And so when you make all these connections, you obviously have a very big heart. It's all about helping people get a better life for themselves, improving them. And for that, you obviously have to build relationships and trust. And this is all long-term relationships. But then on the other side, how do you monetize that? How do you make money from that? You have to pay your bills. You have to create value somehow.
Yeah.
And how do you walk that fine line between monetizing relationships, but also still staying true to yourself and doing it for all the right reasons, which is helping people?
Well, that's the thing. I was always doing it for free. Like my whole life, I've just been giving this away for free, which is fine. I love doing that. I love connecting people. I love bringing together organizations that never met each other. Like I've been bringing together for-profits and nonprofits together for years. Just in my free time, I've been helping people find jobs and resources. So as I've been building out my own business, right, I do need to pay my bills. I'm democratizing a holistic view of wellness and mental health education and how humans can find ways to better their lives. So my community is free right now, but the resources that I'm building, I do have a referral program as well as another type of just small annual fee. Because I really do believe in the value of education, and I do believe that people find connection in the stories that people share with each other.
Yeah.
So I'm doing that like in an ecosystem, holistic view. And I think that there's a way for us, for Introstars and the Why Go project to collaborate, because there's a real need for people to get high quality introductions. For me, it comes from organic introductions. I'm never seeking this. It just comes to me. And when it does, I just know that I'm meant to meet that person in that moment. So that's how I'm figuring this out. But I've been trying to figure out how to monetize my natural inclination for a long time.
Yeah, I mean, one way to do it is, of course, to make sure you track every introduction you make and receive,
Yeah.
and encourage more people to send you introductions and for you to make introductions for others. So to encourage that and track it, that's where a tool like introstars can really help.
Exactly.
Where people can put it out there to the universe. Hey, I need introductions to these people. Can you help me? So it's become super open, transparent, and everyone knows how they can help each other and put it out there. And then if a few months later, one of these introductions ends up in a potential commercial deal, it's only fair to compensate the introducer because they went out of their way to create value for you. So how do you think that will change the game for yourself or for other people out there who might want to become introducers?
Yeah, I mean, to me, that literally solves for this problem that I've been trying to figure out how to automate for over a decade, right? I've been trying to figure out how to get my introductions to a trackable place because my background is in advertising and technology and in measurement and attribution. So I really do believe in that trackability and that ability to also pay for that service. Because while I do love connecting people, I also really do believe in the value of making something fair, right?
Yeah.
Especially if you're going to put in that value and that time and effort. So for me, I would love to license that platform one day and include that as part of my ecosystem because that's really truly what I'm trying to do is make sure that I can get the people those referrals. I can then track it back because when you look back at look back windows and all these different things, right? How are you going to, and it's all part of our contract. So how are you going to do that? So I really love what you're doing. And I think there's a lot of ways for us to help others connect with each other.
And so how do you think you could inspire other people to become networkers, introducers, connectors? What would be your message for the young generation out there on their phone all day to get them out of their shell, go and meet people, connect people? Do you have any words of wisdom for them?
Yeah, I mean, a smile just starts everything off on a really good foot. I just think that people really just need to take a chance and talk to somebody, and you never know what's going to happen. And a lot of people are really scared to have those conversations. So when I notice that somebody looks a little reticent, I try to bring it out of them quicker. If it's aligned, if it's not, I let them be.
Yeah, I mean, when I meet people, as you say, you smile, you start a conversation, it's
Yeah.
all social skills, really. But I always try to ask them, is there an introduction could do for you, right? That's a great question to ask because everyone loves introductions.
Yeah.
Whether it's for your personal life, whether it's for your business life, wherever you are in your journey, everyone loves introductions. I think it's in our human nature
Yeah.
to connect people. And I think you really resonate that so much
Yeah.
in your whole life because it's not just connecting people, it's connecting people to themselves
Exactly.
and to a higher purpose as well. So it's not just people, it's connecting everything.
Yeah, and so, when I'm connecting them, I don't always have to ask that question because it comes up organically. They're talking to me about what's going on in their life, and I was like, "Well, I have this person to connect you with."
Yeah.
And it's never really that question. The forward thinking, right? How can you connect me with others also becomes organic as well. How can I help you? So I think that it's a mutual thing. I'm not looking for anything transactional ever, even though I am trying to scale this business. I really do believe in the value of long-term relationships and letting things evolve as they should in divine timing.
Now, what are you working on right now? Where can people follow you? What are things you're working on? What's dear to your heart right now?
Yeah.
Just more about this ball you brought up
Yeah.
to as well. Yeah.
So you can find me on whygoproject.com, WHY, not like Wygo. It's from Pearl Jam song. This is actually from my merch with a purpose. It's healing centered anxiety relief tools and products, as well as a portion of the proceeds is going to be funding the Wygo Foundation, the Pediatric Complex Trauma Foundation. So I'm really excited. The tagline is maybe someday another child won't feel as alone. It's from a Pearl Jam song. So we are going to need to get Eddie Vedder's approval, but I have confidence that we will. I'm actually partnering with his nonprofit right now and a few others. So I'm also scaling out the global healing ecosystem. So if people are interested in joining that, or if they need help and they want to find support, please let me know. I'm really, really focused on helping people find a way to find peace in their lives because there really is power in peace.
Listen, these are such beautiful words to finish our conversation with. Lauren, I really enjoyed talking to you today. Thank you so much for being also a beacon of light, so much hope, so much positive energy, and really all about helping others. Thanks again for the conversation. Great to speak to you, and I hope to see you at many more networking events.
Thank you so much.
Cool. Thanks, Lauren. Take care.
Bye.